See that? That's a new intro. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with a much bigger package than last time. A much bigger package. Well, it has been over a month, and this package is late. Post-recording here. Yeah, you know what else is late? My editing of this video, because it's been over a month since I recorded this, so I apologize. So I'm slightly upset, but it's not that big of a deal. However, you saw the teaser. If you haven't, and you're just some random, ooh, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be a mystery. Anyway, let's break into this bad boy. Let's get this thing open. And this is a very, very big package. Like, you guys don't realize how big it is. The camera can't even pick the full thing up. This is my hand. Well, you don't even really know how big my hand is, so that's not even a good. Anyway, just open it up. And there it is. There it is. It's right in there. But we need to get this thing unboxed before, well, unboxed. We need to get this thing out of this thing. So, cue the cut. I did change the background. No, I didn't change it. I actually just removed the background. So now we have more open space. Because I'm too tired of trying to scrounge for random items around the house. This thing is huge. It still doesn't even capture the full box. We'll aim it a little bit upwards. Yeah, it's fine there. But anywho, we're gonna get this thing cut up from behind. Oh, that smell. Oh, that's an interesting smell. Don't worry, I'll keep it short and sweet this time. Liar! Because I don't want to spend 24 minutes yapping like I did last time. Oh my god. We're gonna get him out of the box, or out of the plastic, and we're gonna get him in a nice dynamic pose. Just a chill, just no crazy poses, anything, just like that. But here we are with the king himself. Well, the false king. King Ghidorah. Oh, the aura. It's unmatched. I told you I wouldn't yap for 24 minutes long, or straight, about, you know, the figure. But that's taking effort. Because, oh my lord, this guy is firstly huge. I'm looking at him on the camera, he looks tiny. When you actually get him in real life, he's gonna look double as big as this, once you actually hold him. For $135, yeah, I mean, yeah, $135 is a lot of money for a HIYA figure, but it's not that bad because he is 100% worth it. So we do have quite a few things. A manual, if you'd like to read that. I don't speak Chinese, so bye. I'm not even kidding when I say this, but the manual that I threw down there is still down next to the desk a month later. Anyway, we'll start off with his main accessories, his only real accessories. Oh, that's a nice texture. These are his gravity beams. We'll move this out of the way real quick, and then we'll take a look at what he looks like with those. So with the gravity beams attached, overall, they look pretty good. He can hold a pose a little bit, but, you know, depends on, like, how tight you have it locked. Overall, I think you're just going to either be beaming it to the ground or onto something. It looks amazing. They look amazing. They literally look like noodles, but they're a nice malleable plastic, so you won't instantly snap it. I could easily snap that if I just but you know, you won't instantly snap it if you do that, you know? Good on them for making it mildly malleable. Anyway, we'll look at his stands now. So for his stands, we have a couple options. We have multiple of these, what appears to be base plates for the big guy. Which will get pegged into by these. They're a little bit of a snug fit, but that's all right. Ooh, and these are in fact tight. We're not gonna break that already. Does it come with? No. Okay, so these are not for your gravity beams, from what I can tell. They appear to be for your King Ghidorahs, which, you know, probably obvious. I'm just probably a retard, but, you know, I do what I can. Which, these are just, you know, to help stand him up. Oh, and I almost forgot. They are, they come with these little prongs, which do in fact help to hold him up. And they can be used to hold his gravity beams if you want. But hey, I don't really need the stands. This is not what the stand is for. That's not where the stand's supposed to be, by the way. We'll show you what it should look like. So this is an example of what it should look like. You'll just, you know, put the wing onto it, and then it'll hold it up wherever you want to put it. You can adjust it. If you immediately do this and then this breaks off, don't freak out. It's all right. It's supposed to be that way for, like, you know, different dynamic positions. And of course, you can position it in front of him if yours specifically wants to slide a lot. But that's what we have for the stands. So we will get on to the Ghidorah himself and yap about him. So here we have the Shimo Victimizer himself. Overall, well, the gaps in the wings, they're not going to be an issue after you do a little bit of posing. Right now, he's stiff, he's fresh out the box. I do this as soon as I get the figures, as you could probably infer from them being an unboxing video. But, he will have gaps in his wings occasionally. Not that big of a deal. Get over it. It's a figure. If you don't expect gaps, what do you think this is? Hot Toys? Hot Toys, a Ghidorah would be like the size of this room. Anyway, he's really big. He's really big. We'll compare him with a couple of the goons that we have. Here's him compared to the previous star, that being our energized Godzilla. Next to Ghidorah, he is utterly dwarfed. The size difference is absolutely massive. Look. He genuinely dwarfs him. This is accurate to the movie, by the way. Here, I'm gonna set up that one pose. So, yeah, here's that one pose. it's accurate. Ghidorah absolutely dwarfs him in every way. Holy, the weight difference too. Like, he's probably half the weight. No, he's not half the weight, but he's probably 3/4 the weight of Ghidorah. Ghidorah is, no, 3/5. Ghidorah is heavy. First, yeah, he's a chunk. He's tall. His wings are light. He's deceptively light. Like, you'd expect him, once you see him, to be like way hundreds of times heavier than Goji. The wings aren't thin, but they are decent in width. So, but yeah, he's still very heavy. And as we've established, he absolutely dwarfs your standard HIYA Godzilla. Next to Goji's mechanical doppelganger, he is still big, but the difference is, less compared to, Goji. Still, he's very big compared to Mecha. Side by side, you'd still say Ghidorah utterly dwarfs him, but Mecha does have a bulkier base a larger base than Ghidorah. If you're just talking about base for base, excluding the wings, well, pretty equal. But then, you got Ghidorah's wings, and Ghidorah's wings are pretty big. Side profile. I don't think we have enough space for this one. Side profile. Mecha is slightly. He is longer than Ghidorah, but Ghidorah isn't really known for his wings. His tails. And I don't really have a 6-inch scale figure downstairs, so we'll take the closest we can get. We'll just use Black Series Darth Vader for comparison, who's about like 6.5 to 7 inches, something like that. He does tower over normal 6-inch scale figures, but he's not that much bigger. But like, Ghidorah is way bigger. Ghidorah is a huge amount bigger than the Dark Lord of the Sith. By the way, edit coming out of him soon, and probably him, considering I've got him now. But removing old Darth, we are going to take... Did he just fall? We are going to take a closer look at the big KG himself. So, big KG himself, we'll get a closer look on him. Look at the details on this, okay? Now, it might not look very impressive for you on camera. However, I assure you, this is highly impressive. He's got a little bit of a scowl going on. He is incredibly impressive up close. He's goofy looking up close. As he should be, though. But look at the details. Holy quality. Look at the details. I'm more astonished that my phone is able to pick up all of this. But second of all, holy details, Like, look at this random focus. Look at that random black mark. Right there. You see that? Why did they take the time to model that? That's cool. Big KG himself is highly, highly detailed. Let's look at the upper body. This is a nice, smoother material. I say material as if I don't know that it's plastic. We'll look on the bottom. Oh, China? Uh-oh. Anyway, what's that say? Fit will focus, 2025 legendary. All right, cool. Anyway, this gives a beautiful scale texture. Sorry to zoom into your crotch for, privacy reasons, but you're mine, so this looks so. I don't think the camera. I don't think the camera properly picks this up, but it's the detail on this. It gives a perfect, like, look at this. You see how it like smudges when there's motion? It looks so good. It gives a perfect reflective look. It just looks good. We will very quickly cover the articulation because this video is getting a little longer. His necks are extremely articulated. You can do literally any pose you would possibly want. A great range of motion. You do have, you know, your mouth. There goes the camera. You do have, you know, your mouth inside, which is fully painted and detailed. Focus on the middle head. And the tongue is articulated so that you can accommodate those gravity beams. For the rest of the articulation, we have wings that are fully articulated. Of course, you know, you can have them winding up a dap for Mecha or Rodan, maybe. I don't know. Whoever you wanna have King Ghidorah dapping up. Quick spoiler for how these joints work. Ooh, that's a little tough to separate. I'm not going to separate this one, but these are all extremely, they were extremely intuitive when they made this figure, because they put these on hinges and a swivel for each individual segment, which you can, there's a groove that you'll just slide the wing into, and it holds. It's a good hold. It takes a little bit of effort to pull it out, so by that you can tell that it is a good hold. This will not like disappear in the first month of owning your figure. And yes, not proving my point, yes, he will hold his own weight up with his wings, as long as you aren't, like, you know, putting him in an extremely sloppy position. There we go. You see, he can hold it perfectly. His wing, or his legs, his legs do have good range of motion. You can get that in there. You can bend that. His knees are bendable. Look at those calves. My God, those are big. From the back, you can see he has a little bit of crunch action. Not a crazy amount, but a decent amount. And finally, his tails, I should say, are fully articulated, just like the necks. Slightly more so than the necks. Slightly more so in the way that they have slightly more articulated joints, I believe. We'll fact check that real quick. All right, sorry, I lied. They don't have more joints. They actually have the exact same. So I'm not an awful liar. I'm just a exaggerator. The back of the wings for you. This does have a pin in here, and from the right position, you can get it to pin in to where you won't really have a gap. That's not a good example. However, we will put him into a decent position, and we will give our final thoughts. And this time, those will be my final thoughts, because I'm tired of talking already. So, final thoughts. Won't spend too much time glazing, because he did get here late. Like 4 or 5 days, not that much. But I'm still a little mad because I paid $135 for this guy. Genuinely, this is, like, I'm at a loss for words. This is so peak. This is peak. This is peak. He hits every mark that you could possibly want for a Ghidorah figure, you know? He is big, proportionate, he is well painted, he is well sculpted, he's well articulated. The only possible complaint, we'll move up here. The only possible complaint that I would really understand anybody having is like the complexity of the wings, or maybe like his leg joints are extremely tight, but like deal with it, they'll get untight if you just use them. It's really not that big of a deal. But final thoughts, this guy is an absolute 10 out of 10. Genuine peak. This is one of HIYA's like top, if I could get his tongue out, he would be top 1. This is genuinely one of HIYA's like top 3 figures. In my opinion, I know those are illegal nowadays, but in my opinion, he's top 3. But for now, we'll do a couple cool poses and then we'll disappear. So goodbye. By the way, he does in fact solo Shimo. Anyway, peace.